Here we are in Amsterdam on Friday, June the 7th.
Mom, take a picture.
There's Tim and Sean and Carol sitting at a sidewalk cafe just across the canal from our hotel.
Temptations and the hotel. Everyone's going to stand and sing. And you know what?
Very, very pretty city. Between us and the other side of the canal is a lift bridge.
Es geht nach Tim.
Now Beverly has joined them. And Shannon. This is an absolutely beautiful city. City of Canals. You can tell that you're in Amsterdam because there's the Amstel beer sign. See if I can bring that in for you. There we are. Lots of visitors, lots of tourists. Here's a picture of the Dolan Hotel in Amsterdam. This is where Sean, Carol, the kids, Bev and I are all staying. It's supposed to be the oldest hotel in Amsterdam. It's alright, but no air conditioning. The room Bev and I have is tiny. Outdoor cafe. Canal. Very pretty city is Amsterdam. Very, very pretty city. Next to our hotel is the Hotel de l'Europe. Looks lovely, has a beautiful restaurant there right next to the canal. Everywhere in Holland it seems you see flowers. They certainly are into color. This is the launching area for the canal boats. Look at the flower pot, or the flower boxes full of beautiful flowers. Adding all kinds of color to the thing.
De westkant. Het centrum komen alleen als een fast center for the beer trade. On the right on the corner there's another house with steps gable, almost staircase on top. And
This is from the canal, we're on a cruise. Look at how crooked that building on the corner.
Le quartier à droite, derrière de cette maison avec les piliers escaliers dans le coin de la rue, c'est le quartier Jordan. C'est le quartier populaire du XVIIe siècle. Nous laissons maintenant le canal des Princes, le principal. Nous sommes sur le canal des Brasseurs, le Brouwersgracht. Ça a été le centre du commerce de la bière autrefois. They all pay the tax for the place along the quay they occupy, and they are connected to the running water system and electricity.
They have about 3,000 houseboats.
Il y a dans environ 3000 de ces maisons flottantes. Ils paient une taxe pour le lieu auquel ils occupent.
Some of them more attractive than others.
Système de courant et d'électricité. Er zijn ongeveer 3000 woonboten in Amsterdam. Die betalen dit geld aan de gemeente en ze zijn aangesloten op het water en elektriciteit. Maintenant, de construit dans le cours de la rue, ici à droite. So here on the right, the Bartolotti House, hier rechts, het Bartolotti House. Die Bartolotti-familie was een Calvinistische familie uit Bologna. Die aan het eind van de 16e eeuw naar Amsterdam gevlucht is. In die tijd kwamen er ontzettend veel vluchtelingen naar Amsterdam. Protestanten uit vooral Frankrijk, Vlaanderen, veel mensen uit Duitsland, nog heel veel Joden uit Spanje en Portugal. So,
Now this is Saturday morning, June the 8th in Amsterdam. The view from our hotel room window. Looking right at one of the canals. Beautiful, beautiful, typical of the Netherlands, the architecture. Across the road, a little patio, roof patio. Just gorgeous. Look at the houseboats on the canals. Not much traffic. It's very warm here today. We were here yesterday. We arrived yesterday. And it was very warm on our arrival. We were very sticky and hot. One of the things that's interesting about Amsterdam is they have many buildings that are very, very crooked, very out of line with the buildings adjacent to them. I'm focusing on one just now, the middle building in the picture straight ahead. Look at, can you see how badly out of line that middle building is with the buildings on either side of it? This is because, of course, the ground is soft, it's low, it's near the water, and buildings, you build a building straight, I guess, and sometimes it just gradually sinks over the generations. Lilies, beautiful. Flower market by one of the canals in Amsterdam.
Are you sure about that?
Looks like it. Beautiful colors.
Coming in here.
All kinds of things.
Invece ne sono gli altri, ma cosa vuoi? Invece non è la Sandra, perché c'erano tutte le serre piccoline, papà.
Very colorful display of Dutch wooden shoes. There's Shannon O'Brien. There's Beverly looking at her sculpted bush. An array of beautifully colored tulips. And then wooden tulips. So here we have real ones on the one side of the aisle and wooden ones on the other. Just beautiful, as you would expect in Holland. Those must be little clay shoe-type flower pots.
Aquí ya son naturales.
There's Shannon O'Brien once more, and her mother, and her grandmother.
Look how big that guy is. He's almost as tall as you, Shannon.
Remember that one?
This is the country of windmills, and here's a little display of China buildings, and all kinds of things. Shoes, egg cups. A view along this edge of the canal. All these little shops here are actually right up against the canal. Barges in the canal that form the back part of them.
As long as he knows you're coming.
There's Mrs. O'Brien.
Mom, these things are cool. What? Mom, take a picture. Mom, I want to take a picture of Mom. Can I get with yours?
There's Mr. Tim with his big shoes to fill.
Shannon, don't stand for she.
And there goes Shannon. She could get in those same shoes. There she is.
Get it, Bill.
Pardon?
Don't put your arms out like that.
There we are. Here's McDonald's in Amsterdam, one of them. But really, look at the interesting bay window in the building next door to McDonald's to the right. It's really interesting. From another angle, if I can get it later, you'll see how crooked the McDonald's building is. This is an interesting old clock tower. We were wondering what the symbols are. Must be a globe on the top, and these bells, and the clock. Here's another view of the tower. already, so it's 300 and how many years old? 370, I guess, 376. Some more of the buildings. I'm standing on a bridge over the canal. You can see all the little boats pulled up along the side, some of which are houseboats, and I guess stay in the same place all the time. This is a lift bridge right beside our hotel where we stayed. We haven't seen it lift up, but it's capable of it. Even the street lights are interesting. I don't know whether you can see this, but it's cast iron with quite a bit of detail. Here we are in Madura Dam in The Hague. Beautiful day, 20 degrees cooler here. There's our group with Petra, Beverly. There they go. There they go. Okay, we'll go on inside. This is Madura Dam, where everything is in miniature and to scale. Believe it or not, if you can see it, the fireboat is just squirting a little bit of water on that freighter. All to very small scale. A beautiful miniature park here. Park of miniatures. Lots of people here. It's a gorgeous afternoon. Yes.
Look at the train go, Tim. Tim. See the oil rig over there, Bill, with the helicopter on top?
Not yet. I was following the train.
Yeah. Train's going over the bridge. The bridge has got a lifting mechanism too.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's Schiphol Airport. You can see an airplane coming in. So what are you looking at now, Bill?
If you think this is a real boat, you're wrong. The whole thing's about, what, 6 feet?
What, that?
8
Big
feet,
one?
8 feet maybe from
8
end to
feet?
end. Yeah,
No, maybe closer to 10.
maybe.
I'd give her a 10-footer.
Yeah. Big greenhouse in the background.
You see the bulbous bow on the underneath the deck? See at the bow? It's got a little bulb. Breaks the wave.
What's that? Okay.
That makes the boat more efficient if it's moving around.
Beautiful miniature greenhouse here. Got real things growing inside it. In the background, a little farm wagon. Running along, pulling a load. There's Carol and Tim and Shannon by the military barracks. Here's a model cathedral.
The plan of this Gothic church is the same as that of Amiens Cathedral, except only St. John's has 5 instead of 3 arms.
Okay.
More interesting.
They have many churches here.
Kind of where the kids are. Oh, that.
Holland wouldn't be Holland without windmills. So here's a miniature windmill.
Mama, I saw your car.
Để đi ăn vậy? Đây thành đá hả?
Here's a cheese market
All those trees are real, aren't they?
in Alkmaar.
It's beautiful. And the choice of little plants everywhere just sort of fit perfectly.
Yeah. Here the organ grinder is actually playing the organ.
This must have been there for years here. Is it the golden?
This must be Amsterdam with its cruise boats in the canals. Cars parked along the edge of the canal. Very typical street scene.
We'll go over to the thing that was. Here we are looking at a lovely little village. We have a parade. Now look down the parade. Oh, there's some giants down at the end. Big monsters. Oh my goodness. Oh, big monsters. Oh my goodness. These are giants.
Don't be silly.
Oh my goodness. This is a scary movie. There are giants here.
It's like a short
Don't knock the building down.
agriculture thing. This is the capitulation treaty, the signing of the capitulation treaty in 1945.
Being a monster.
She likes it. She likes posing, right?
Yes.
Well, we're back in Amsterdam looking up from the helicopter here down at the dam. And the palace in the background.
Here's a highway.
Right there.
A lot of little trucks and cars moving along it.
Passing the truck.
There.
Yeah. Texaco gas station. Oh, yeah.
One second.
Don't do that. Pushing my hand.
One of the interesting things here is that they have scaled the shrubs down to about the same size as the building, so they're in proportion.
Plane.
Yeah. This is the Madura Dam Airport.
Focus on the tulip. See it?
Yeah. Shannon walking in among the planes. Very, very interesting to see. It's really quite clever. There's a couple of planes taxiing. Here comes another little one. And of course the busy highway in front, with all the traffic going in both directions. Here comes Sean O'Brien. There he goes. But he doesn't get off, he just keeps going around and around. Here are some ferry boats at the ferry dock. Here comes the train. Big Stena Line ferry in the background. A final look before we leave it for today. Ships at anchor. Miniature oil rig. Just a fascinating place. There's Petra. Petra and Carol, and it's very cold here. And that's how it is. And Sean and Tim. And somewhere we have Shannon. There's Shannon. Brilliant colors. Everywhere you look in Holland, the colors are just brilliant. So we're leaving now Madura Dam. Well, this is Joost, and he's 2.5. And he's just had his supper, so he's full of energy.
It looks like he has a ping pong ball.
Yeah.
Where's Puppy? Faster!
Ja, kom maar buiten dan. Kom maar. Kom je niet?
Come on, Joost.
Oh.
Oei, oei, oei.
Puppy! Puppy!
Ice lolly.
Puppy!
Ice lolly.
Balletje.
Well done.
Je krijgt geen ijsje?
Nee, nee.
Niet geen ijsje?
Kijk eens.
I heard it
Oh,
open.
man.
Puppy!
Kom maar, geef maar klaartje.
Then bring it here and I'll make sure it doesn't fall out.
Staat weer. Zal ik openmaken?
Ja, ik.
Get it?
Mommy.
Come here.
Ja.
Can you get it out?
Only small amounts.
This is Hugo and Sean.
Very tiring trips, you know. It's,
Too much of a
And
good thing.
we're in Petra's backyard.
oh, I left here, I think,
Yeah.
7:30 in the morning, and I came in here at 4:30 at night, just for 1.5 hours of football, you know.
Hair.
You okay?
He knows something.
Life is very good at it.
And this is Clarkchi. And she can really walk on these.
Almost as tall as Daddy?
You're good.
Good girl.
Yeah.
I hear a drum.
Yeah, like that, very good.
Here's Shannon having a lesson on the stilts.
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Keep your hands down.
Your hands down, because you...
Put your hands down.
Yes.
Lift up.
Where was I recently where I saw someone walking on very
Small
high
steps.
stilts?
You should take small steps, not too wide apart.
The only one who's watching is you.
Put your feet against the wood, right against the inside. Go. See, nice little skirt.
There we are.
Very good. Makes
Good job, Jim.
Tim, are you watching?
It's the same with Sean. Don't improve because then he's going to want to try it again.
She can do it. He can't.
He won't notice.
He's going to play the piano instead.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go get the strawberries and then.
Little steps.
Um,
Too fast.
no, just finish, Carol. Don't let them.
Got party.
I
Don't
don't
stand
think he's the right
behind.
kind of a kid to put on those, to be honest.
Little steps.
That's what you do. Little steps.
Looking down the canal in front of Anne Frank's house and Market Kirk, as in church. Large lineup. And I missed the Sunday morning in Amsterdam. And here we have a view of Anne Frank's house. And hard to believe, but there's an attic in there that she hid all those years. Let's see who are all the Gorby tourists waiting to line up into and head into Anne Frank's house. Oh, I see some familiar faces. There's some familiar looking faces. Hear the bells resonating recently from the ring from 11:45 out of Market Kirk Church. Large clock tower at the top. And there's that globe thing Bill was talking about. I just found myself a interesting herring-like bird. Top of the boathouse here. Eating the food amongst the pigeons. and get it to fly away. Unlike any other bird I've seen in Amsterdam so far. The normal birds of Amsterdam. Pigeons galore. One of the many lovely bridges in Amsterdam. In fact, this one has cornerstone indicating it was built in 1785. On one of the larger canals in front of Anne Frank's house. Still waiting to get into Anne Frank's house here. Hi. What are you guys doing here?
We're just standing here.
Standing around.
Where are you going? Whose house are you visiting today? And who? Aren't you Frank? Better turn up the volume.
We shut it up.
Are you a Gorby tourist?
Yes, definitely.
Who's the guy you have with you?
I don't know. He's just some other tourist that's standing there.
You just sleep with whatever you find on the street, do you?
That's
Bill?
right.
Especially in Amsterdam.
Yeah. I noticed you didn't buy any of those special postcards this morning, Bev.
No, I did buy some later.
Daddy, put on the...
Oh, we see a problem with the canal boat coming through, forcing the private boat to back up. There's only room for one boat. Now the private boat seems to be having difficulty maneuvering straight back into the canal. Some Gorby tourists over there taking some photographs. A mother telling their children to behave a little better. Here comes Stern through the bridge. Another one of these lovely looking boats. Female captain. We have the kids playing with their new toy. You see that boat down there, Bill, rowing?
Which one with the oars?
Yeah. 2 people rowing, 2 people sitting.
We spent $16 million. Seems to be quite an exaggeration.
Here we are at the side of the building. Bill trying to figure out the side of Anne Frank's museum why they're going to spend 16 million guilders. Now one sign I saw in there, Bill, said 16 million. The other one said 1.6 million guilders.
That's better. Now I just have to catch this beautiful view from Carol and Sean's hotel room here in Amsterdam. This is a view we haven't taken before. And it's Sunday evening. I think it's June the 9th. And this is another canal looking another way, because I think I'm looking almost, south. Isn't that gorgeous? And right here in the foreground is our lift bridge. Whether it ever lifts, we don't know. Haven't seen it lift. Here we are in the old post office, inside the old post office in Amsterdam. This building is right behind the dam of the Royal Palace. It's no longer a post office. It's been converted to a shopping center. 4 stories, 4 levels of shops. It's been very beautifully done. All these different places, all connected with fast-moving escalators. Here's the center courtyard of the old post office, as it's been converted. Grand piano sitting in the middle. Beautiful shops. An elevator to take you up and down, as well as the escalators. Really very, very grand and nice. Here we are at the Dam Palace in Amsterdam. There's Carol and Beverly. Not a very impressive building, frankly. A very busy square. Lots and lots and lots of pigeons. Just a view of a very busy street. Canal across the way. And of course hundreds of bicycles. There on the horse is former Queen Wilhelmina, and behind her it's a statue of Queen Wilhelmina, of course, on the horse. Behind her a diamond factory, which we went into this morning and had a demonstration of how they cut and polish diamonds. And Amsterdam, of course, is the diamond capital of the world. Look now down toward the Dam. Just a busy, busy place on a lovely summer day. Streetcars are very interesting. They're all different. There's a blue one, blue and gray, and following right behind it is a yellow one. Of course, many of them have advertising on them. You see lots and lots of different colors. Here comes a streetcar with balloons flying. And it's different again. It's got a yellow top. Look at the pretty designs on the sides. They just seem to paint the streetcars whatever design comes into their heads. You'd almost think they had artists come down to the car barns and paint unique things. Here he comes. Let's see what's on the side. And here you see just about anything going. If you want to cuddle your girlfriend right in the middle of the street with your boyfriend, you can do that too. The street lights up and down this street are very interesting, very ornamental. And then you notice where the bricks are, that's where people are supposed to walk, and then there's a bicycle path. That narrow looking road is actually a bicycle path, and you can't walk in that, you get run over by a bike. There's another design of streetcar. It's just some of them are yellow. And some of them aren't. Some of them are red and white. Now this isn't even rush hour. And you can see all the bikes coming up the bicycle path. Now this is St. Petersburg. It's Wednesday, June the 12th. I'm standing right in front of the Hermitage, looking across the Neva River. This is the armorial room. which was used for balls and receptions. Columns are covered in gold leaf, as are the balustrades above. Beautiful chandelier. Now this carriage, the last user was Empress Alexandra, the wife of Nicholas II. So she was the final Tsarina, I guess. Used this carriage prior to the revolution in 1917. Now this is Voltaire, obviously as an old man, but the sculpture is very beautifully done, even to the detail in his hands. By this time in his life he had arthritis in his joints, so you can see the swollen joints in his hands.
Was in this section of the palace. She had 10 grand windows, and the design of the windows. We can easily figure out with you that this room was split into 3 smaller rooms. See, 3 windows together, 3 together, and different designs on this side. So this room today we call the White Concert Hall. It was designed in the 19th century for Alexander II and his wife Mary. And on the walls you can see paintings by French artist of the 18th century, Hubert Robert. He was fascinated.
Beautiful, beautiful woodwork in this room. The doors and the ornamentation on them. Look at the floor and the beautiful inlaid artwork and the pattern. Look at the beautiful roll-top desk.
We would come here to this room, which is very conveniently located right in the corner of the Winter Palace. And from here, a beautiful view opens on the Admiralty, so yellow and white walls. And from here, it's possible to see the view of the St. Isaac's, and it's possible to see the main square as well. And that's why windows here are lower than in other rooms we saw. Today, in this room, in the showcases, you can see the collection.
It's very difficult to grasp the beauty of the work in this palace, or the Hermitage. Even the display cases sitting on gilt statuary.
Don't be scared. It's a tradition. Every day at noon,
This is the Malachite room. Again, the ceiling is covered with gilt. Aren't the columns are beautiful? This is the square in front of the
Сейчас передали Ирина Тимофеева, Тольятти, номер 149, Татьяна Маслова из Орла, 147 и 132.
Now here we are Square, the Hermitage. This is taken from the square in front of the Hermitage.
Ирина Тимофеева из Тольятти. Выступала в прошлом году на нашем полном марафоне, завоевала тогда 7-е место.
Goes right around.
Composition on the ceiling, the triumph of Apollo, and this is the copy from Guido Reni. Then look at these vases, Russian, and we call them women gossiping or gossipers because they're looking at each other as if they're talking to each other. So this little urn on the table, you see it's red in color? So this stone is called Rhodonite, it's Russian. This urn is made of porphyry and it's Swedish porphyry. On the table, we can see the French service.
This is the dining room of this summer palace. This is the chapel. Painting of the Last Supper up over the doors. Another view of the square in front of the palace, summer palace. It certainly is much more grand inside than it is outside. Some kind of a television production going on here.
Двоечка. Письмо, написанное изящным женским почерком. Люблинские строки. Ей нет соперниц, нет подруг, красавиц наших. Ей нет соперниц, нет подруг, красавиц наших бледных круг в ее сиянии исчезает.
Now this is the final home, summer palace of Nicholas and Alexandra, Tsarskoye Selo. This is where they lived in the final days of their reign prior to the revolution in 1917. Can't go in it, it's just a ruin, really. Grass isn't even cut. The balustrades are falling apart.
This is where they were taken from.
It's really quite sad to see it.
But they were here for 11 years, weren't they?
So they,
Yes. This was their summer palace, which is huge.
And
All
but they
the
were
marriage.
taken to Siberia, and they lived in Siberia for about 18 months before they were shot. With the fame.
it still looks pretty grand, but it sure looks pretty tired.
And it's his.
This is a view of the Moscow Triumphal Arch leading into St. Petersburg.
Почему советили?
Now here's a picture of our room in our St. Petersburg hotel. One thing that we noticed, or Beverly noticed, I guess, first of all, was that there's absolutely no pictures on the walls. It's quite a modern room. Very dark wood. Nice bathroom. Very up to date, but no pictures on the walls. So that's the way it is.